We do get into some Colin Moriarty code. He throws on his shield for Colin Moriarty like I've never seen before. You guys know, I say Colin Moriarty's like the fucking Don Quixote. He's at the top. He's the one pulling all the strings. And if you know anything about Lono, he wants to be Colin Moriarty. He probably has dreams where he's Colin Moriarty. And someone asked a really interesting question, and Lono was not having it, by the way. And I want you guys to remember where he was saying, like, oh, people clip me talking to my audience crazy and will say, oh, you're an asshole and everything. I told you guys we would bring it around full circle. We're finally at that moment, goddammit, right? You guys know your boy Six loves to bring it full circle. Now watch this shit right here.
They could spend 1,000.
Damn, you can see that forehead from the moon. Yes. Jimmy Neutron, you already know.
Dollars on a gaming laptop, and that's better than a console because of their life and their needs and what they want to play. How does Colin Moriarty preach exclusivity but put his game on all platforms?
Damn. Wow, right? Great question. And Lono took that personal, right? Like this guy just came in and questioned Lono's fucking hero, right? And that did not sit right with Lono at all. And you guys already know, right? I've talked about this, and it's funny, right? I've even seen VG Fight School talk about this. It is extremely funny that Colin Moriarty will sit here and talk about whenever he talks about games going over to Xbox, he says all the time, like, oh, is the juice worth the squeeze, right? It's a culture of non-purchase, right? Why would these guys, why would you put a game on Xbox, right? But whenever he has a game coming out, right? Whenever he has a game and it's available, right? He's trying to make that money. He'll make sure to put his game on other platforms, right? But for the life of him, he can never understand why, a company like PlayStation, for example, would want to do it, right? And that's why he looks so stupid with the Helldivers thing, right? And this is the tweet, right, that I think caused all this shit, right? As you can see, putting his game on PlayStation, putting it on Steam, Nintendo, and Xbox, and we all know the answer. Money! Right? We all know the answer is money. God damn it.
Why don't you go fucking ask him? Why don't you let him explain his position? Because I'm not going to explain it to you.
Wow.
If you literally don't understand his position on exclusives and why they're important, but why there can also be multi-platform games. Like,
Night of Cypher says, help. I'm so drunk, I'm trying to puke, but the world is spinning too fast to aim. Hey, brother, just go to the bathroom. Just go to the bathroom. For some reason, it will, I don't know what it is. Whenever I'm looking at the toilet, when I've gotten real drunk, right, that's what does it for some reason, right? So Lono doesn't want to have a conversation. Did he cuss? You know what? Let's play it back from the top, because he did just get real snippy with this guy out of nowhere, right? Let's play this one more time.
How does Colin Moriarty preach exclusivity but put his game on all platforms?
Yeah.
Why don't you go fucking ask him?
Wow. Did he just say fucking ask? I didn't even peep that. Did he just say fucking ask him?
Why don't you go fucking ask him?
Wow. It's like he muted it. It's almost like he has like an AI to mute it. Crazy.
Why don't you let him explain his position? Because I'm not going to explain it to you.
Yeah, go ask him.
If you literally don't understand his position on exclusives and why they're important, but why they're...
And like I said, I'll answer it. Money. That's why he put his games on other platforms, because he wants Xbox guys to buy his games. But, he'll be very bad faith. Whenever discussions about games going to other platforms from PlayStation, he's a fanboy. He loves exclusives and everything. He'll never understand why PlayStation would put games on other platforms, but he's going to do it for money. All right, I do see what this guy's saying, right? The chatter.
There can also be multi-platform games. Like, last I checked, Colin Studio is not owned by a platform like PlayStation or Nintendo.
Okay. Okay, and he's still putting his games on other platforms to make money. And you love to say all the time that, the smaller teams and everything, that their project budget doesn't allow them to put games on other platforms. Shit, Colin Moriarty said, hold my beer. We're going to put this bitch on everything.
But go ask him. He'll tell you.
Oh no, he's asking you, right? You're one of his dick riders. He's asking you, right? And you're gonna step right in front of him and defend him, right? We know you love Colin Moriarty.
Submit a question. Just curious? No, you're not just curious.
Oh.
No, you're not. You're trying. You were trying to, and I'll say it in a cowardly way. You're trying to take a swipe at the man's character, and I think it's cowardly.
And a coward from you. But you take swipes at other people all the fucking time, right? But sure, you're gonna step, shield and sword and defend Colin Moriarty, right? Because let me guess, you want to get him on your goddamn show, right? This is so funny how he's gonna sit here and stick his fucking neck out for Colin Moriarty. Pause, all right? And he's getting so offended by this guy asking a pretty straightforward question. Right? Because it does fly in the face of a lot of the shit that he says. Because a lot of the times he'll talk about putting games on other platforms and the juice not being worth the squeeze, right? But when it's his game, he makes sure that bitch is on every platform.
Money!
Right? He's not going to miss out on that money.
With your frickin' chest, bro. Yeah. Don't do this like, I'm just asking questions thing. Sure.
Yeah, but if you preach it, shouldn't you practice what you preach? I mean, I agree.
It's just a question that passively asserts inconsistency in a person's integrity or their position on something.
Oh, so you understand exactly what he's saying, and that's why you're getting so offended. Even though he's not insulting you, he's insulting Colin Moriarty, right? But, you worship Colin Moriarty. We all know you want to be Colin Moriarty, right?
Sure.
Hopefully Colin sees this, Lono. Yeah, that's the king pony, brother. How dare you? Don't you dare leave Colin Moriarty alone.
Just asking questions. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Go ask him. He's on Twitter. He'll tell you. They're completely different paradigms of profit.
Oh.
He's a third-party company. I'm not. I'm curious, really. I wish I could suddenly turn into that Ron Burgundy gif where he says, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
People don't ask questions like that if there's not something behind it. You were trying to insinuate something. That's why I was like, go ask him.
Yeah, and you got offended by it because
you sound like a PS5 cheerleader.
Because you're a console fanboy, right? And you love exclusivity, and you know that this pretty much flies in the face of a lot of shit that he says about exclusivity. It's funny. He is one of the people who will defend exclusivity shield and sword, right? He's a PlayStation fucking fanboy, but he's going to make sure to put his games on every platform.
I'm not going to sit here and answer for him, even though the answer is painfully obvious.
Yeah, you're right.
Money!
It's just that the answer is never painfully obvious when it comes to PlayStation putting their games on PC.
If it's on
right?
PC, no.
You're right. It is painfully obvious, right? You guys seen earlier when he was talking about how he disagrees that if you put games in more places, you make more money. This is what I mean. These are the narratives that you guys run around with. But it's just funny, your homeboy, right? Even though this guy, Colin Moriarty's probably like,
what's Reforge Gaming? I don't know what that is.
Right? But you're in this arc where you're begging for everybody to come on your show. These guys love talking about how important exclusivity is, but but Colin made sure to put that game on everywhere.
He's a third-party company. Third-party devs, when they can afford it, they put their game everywhere.
Yeah. And they do that to make what?
Money.
Right? And they do that to make more money, right? But you'll sit here and say that games going everywhere, games going to more platforms does not equal more money.
They can afford it. Some of them can't. There are countless games that only land on Steam.
Yeah, but Colin was able to find a way to afford it.
Because it's not in their budget to go everywhere. The guy from Deep Rock Galactic Survivor talked about that. They want to be on all platforms. It wasn't in the budget. It was going to constrain feature development, so they're only currently on PC and Xbox. Okay, I'll do it. I'll tweet him. Yeah, do it. He'll explain it to you. It's not hard to explain.
Yeah.
The reason that I don't feel like the question's asked in good faith because
because
you sound like a PS5 cheerleader.
Because you're a PlayStation cheerleader and you're going to defend your pony leader, Colin Moriarty.
Because it's too stupid to be in good faith.
Oh!
It is.
Oh, it's so stupid. So now you're going to call the guy stupid, right? Yeah. Because Lono the Logician, he's just so smart. Anyone that questions his logic or, King Moriarty's logic, right? The Pony King, they're just stupid.
If you feel like that's insulting, I'm sorry. Your question's too stupid to be in good faith.
Yeah. Why is my channel dying? Yeah. Your question's too stupid to be in good faith.
It's like,
Look at him.
He's in support of...
Oh, look at him, right? I might have to get a freeze frame of that.
It's like,
Lono does it every time, brother. He does it every time. What a pose, right? What a pose. This might actually be an emoji, right? I mean, holy, right? This is actually like how he actually is, right? These are actually like the levels of his takes. But wow, and the funny thing is, you see how triggered he is about what someone said about Colin Moriarty. Not even him, but man, he's defending this guy.
He's in support of exclusives. Why'd he put his game everywhere? I'm sorry, bro. Like, that question is so genuinely stupid. It cannot be asked in good faith. It's an accusatory question.
Well, you know, it's just interesting. It's just interesting that a guy who's so for exclusivity that when it's his game, right, when it's time for him to make some
money,
he don't keep that shit exclusive. He makes sure to put it on every goddamn platform. It's almost like that's how you make the most
money.
But you guys will sit around and argue against that shit. It's just interesting, Lono.
I know for a fact that you're not that dumb. Ain't no way you're active on Twitter and follow gaming news and you know who Colin Moriarty is and you're in my chat and you're like clueless as to how somebody can be supportive of exclusivity but launch their game multi-platform. Like, I know you're not that dumb. I know that...
Yeah, I agree. It is hypocritical.
You know the answer to the question.
Right, then don't get me wrong. I want to make it very clear. I do think it's a smart move for him to put games on all platforms. That's how you're going to get the most
money.
But it's just funny because they love running with the narratives that, you know, like I said before, that the juice is not worth the squeeze, pause, putting your games on all platforms, right? Putting your games on more platforms doesn't make sense. It's just funny how he couldn't wrap his mind around why PlayStation would put Helldivers on Xbox, right? I'm talking about Colin Moriarty and this guy, right? Because he just dick rides Colin Moriarty, wants to be him. He couldn't wrap his mind around that, but he can understand. He can make it make sense why he put his game on Xbox.
Money.
It's just interesting, you know, and mind you, right, I'm not trying to talk shit about his game. I haven't played his game, but I mean, goddamn, Helldivers was a viral success, but he couldn't understand why it was going over to Xbox.
The question isn't being asked out of genuine curiosity. It's not. It's accusatory.
Yeah, there we go.
Nothing cowardly about me. I choose to talk to you with respect, but I see that's not going both ways.
Yes.
It isn't going both ways because your question was not asked in good faith. It was an intentional...
Oh, no, because you're just rude, right? And you're one of those people who champions exclusivity, so this really hurts your feelings, right? Even though it had nothing to do with you, right? He's not talking about your game. You're not fucking Colin Moriarty, right? But this aggravated you. This had you seething. Must defend Colin, right? He's your pony leader, so you had to step up and have his back.
Stupid question.
Like I said, I hope that he sees this, bro. It's just like the tweets where it's like, I hope she reads this, bro. I hope that Colin Moriarty sees this, bro. But I'm pretty sure he's somewhere saying,
what's Reforge Gaming? I don't know what that is.
Or, you know what I mean?
Crafted in a way to accuse a man of being inconsistent. It was not a question asked in good faith. It's intentionally stupid.
Yeah, he's the good faith police, right? No one knows good faith like Lono.
I know you know the answer to the question. I know that you understand the categorical difference between console exclusivity and the purpose of like Insomniac and Gorilla and Sucker Punch coding to the metal and building games just for PlayStation. You sound like a PS5 cheerleader.
Oh, so that's what Insomniac did, right? They built the game, they coded to the metal, right? Even though all these games are built on PCs. Is that why Spider-Man was swinging around as a spider cube?
And somebody being in supportive of that while also making their game for multiple platforms. Like, I know that you know the difference. Have I ever insulted you in any comments I've ever made? I've not insulted you. I've said that you're...
Dude, you just called him fucking stupid. Right? But he didn't. Yeah, I didn't insult you. I just said that you're stupid, right? I just called out your intelligence.
Game for multiple platforms. Like, I know that you know the difference.
One more time.
Have I ever insulted you in any comments I've ever made? I've not insulted you. I've said that your question was stupid, and it was intentionally crafted to be stupid to accuse somebody of being inconsistent.
Yeah, I didn't insult you. I just called you stupid, dude.
It's a bad faith question. I know that you're not that stupid.
He knows he's been got, so he's throwing whatever he can at the wall because it pisses him off that the chatter is wrong. I mean, I'm telling you, dog, he is upset. He is so hurt because I think the chatter has a good point, right? He's bringing up a good point, and instead of just addressing it and everything, he is getting so butthurt about it.
You postured curious about something that you know the answer to. It's bad faith. Get the frick out of here with this, like, oh, you're not being respectful to me now. Oh, I'm so sorry. That you intentionally...
Oh, you meant to say because he's wrong. Yeah, I mean, brother. You can tell he is so upset. And the funny thing is, this is all in defense of Colin Moriarty. He's been called his audience stupid and whatnot.
Asked a question structured in a willfully ignorant way in order to accuse a man of being inconsistent when you know the dadgum answer to the question.
Yeah, what's the answer, Lono? Oh, we all know the answer.
Money.
But he doesn't want to talk about that because you guys have seen in these past 2 streams that we've documented, right, of him in the last like 48, 72 hours, he's been literally reiterating that he thinks putting games everywhere doesn't equal more money, right? But Colin Moriarty sure did put his games everywhere.
Nobody's going to educate you. You already know the answer.
Oh.
That's why I called you on it. I'm like, get the frick out of here with this. Go ask him. You know the answer to the question.
Yeah, now you're telling him to get the frick out of there.
It's not asked in good faith.
Yeah, not asked in good faith. How many times are you going to say that, right?
Platitude after platitude after platitude.
I mean, how many times are you going to throw out these platitudes? It's just bad faith. I mean, brother, as you guys can see, he is seething. This question got him, and he won't even provide the answer. But don't worry. Your boy Siggs is here, right?
Money.
That's why he did it. He put all his games on all platforms because he knows that's how you make some money. God damn it, that's why.
And I don't care who it is. I called people out earlier who were calling Paris Lily names. I've had people come in here and call Colt Eastwood names. And I'm not going to let you come in here and insinuate things about Colin Moriarty either. Get the...
Yeah, you're not going to insinuate things about Colin Moriarty. And it's so funny how now he's like, yeah, I defended Paris Lily. It's like, brother, after you spent like the past few years sneak dissing and talking shit about him and calling him names. But go ahead, Lono, right? This is good arc Lono, right? This is good guy Lono.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
Yeah, using bad faith as a reason to not answer a question is itself bad faith. Exactly.
Bad faith question.
I don't think so. I think you could simply answer it and say, oh, because he probably wants to make the most money as he can on this game. But that shit would put a fucking hole and that shit would crumble a lot of your narratives. But it's okay, Lono. I'll say the quiet part out loud, you know?
They can share this.
Yeah, defending the dude like it's his boyfriend or something. Very odd.
Around of proof that Lono treats his viewers bad.
Yes.
I mean, if you ask a question that's stupid and in bad faith, I'm going to say it's a stupid question asked in bad faith.
Right. And this is why I said, don't worry. I told you guys all the time I'd bring it full circle. And you see, now he's got a little dick writer in the chat, right? Saying, now you're going to spread this clip around that you talk bad to your audience. He's calling somebody stupid over a question about why a game is going to all platforms, right? But, you know.
You sound like a PS5 cheerleader.
You know, you guys live by that fucking, that rule that, you know, games have to be exclusive. They can't go to other platforms. Brand illusion, all that nonsense that you talk about, right? But when you ask these devs if they would rather have their games on one platform or multiple platforms, they're going to tell you.
Money.
Right? And everybody knows that, but you guys will never admit that.
They can share this around of proof that Lono treats his viewers bad. I mean, if you ask a question that's stupid and in bad faith, I'm going to say it's a stupid question asked in bad faith.
But you're the only person acting stupid in bad faith.
It's accusatory. It's insulting to everybody's intelligence. It's insulting to the chat, and it's insulting to my intelligence to think that you were going to, like, slip that one past the goalie and we weren't going to know what you were doing.
Oh, yeah. We know what you're trying to do. You're trying to attack our pony leader.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, throwing the pony zealots' dogma back in their face is bad faith, apparently. Bingo, right? I don't think it's bad faith at all. I think it just makes a lot of the shit that you guys talk about. I think it just shows how dumb that it is. That's all. It just flies in the face of that. And obviously, you're taking it personal, even though it's not even your game, right? Because you love to sit here and LARP and talk about business costs to put games on other platforms and everything. But you ain't never developed Nathan, right? You can't even run that coffee business, right? But, you know, but go ahead.
He's genuinely curious about that. Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here.
I don't have tolerance for that anymore. I don't.
Yeah, 80 more.
You want to come in here and dialogue, and you want to have back and forth, we can debate all day long. You start calling a man's integrity into question in some like cowardly little smarmy way with like a question perfectly crafted like that, you can take a freaking walk. You're not doing that here. Not without getting a gut check. No.
Like, this dude's such a sissy. Right? Not without getting a gut check. Yeah, but you're too pussy to even answer the question, right? You won't even answer the question because you know it's going to make a lot of your narratives null and void, right? He could say what he wants no matter what. This clip does make him look bad. I mean, brother, this is just who he is. There'll be another clip like this in a couple of days, right? We'll always have clips like this. This is his show, right? And I tell you guys all the time, this is not a gaming talk show. This is really just a console fanboy running with PlayStation narratives, right? I mean, we've seen it time and time again. The point is, the dude stands on a soapbox about exclusivity, so he's not just like any other normal dev. He does stand and talk about exclusivity, and like I said, he couldn't understand why Helldivers would go over to Xbox, but he could understand why his game is going over. And I know his game I haven't played his game to be fair, but I know it damn sure ain't no damn Helldivers. So I'm just saying.
No way. That's garbage. We don't do that here.
Yeah, you do.
You can go hang out places that do that want to attack others and make content with intent to harm and slander and create negative vibes about people. I don't do that here. I don't.
Anymore, right? That's mind you,
keep my name out of your frickin' mouth.
Right, even though like literally like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, you were talking shit about Paris, calling him a coward, talking shit about Colt Eastwood. Yeah, but he doesn't do that anymore. Yeah, Lono the cry bully, exactly.
There may have been times in the past couple of years I'd get my...
Six, watch out. Lono might take you around the corner and gut check you. Oh, brother, he couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag. He couldn't fight the blinds off a window, right? But he loves getting behind this little mic talking about some, you're a coward. It's like, you're the coward. You're the one who plays victim, right? I've said in all stream, that's when he feels the most powerful, when he plays the fucking victim. No one plays the victim like Lono.
I know.
All right, what up, fell-off?
There may have been times in the past couple of years I'd get my little sneak disses in and I'd get my little remarks in.
Yeah, because you're a fucking coward. Yes. So why are you sitting here projecting? You're the one who sneak disses. You're the one who doesn't say any fucking name. Right? And the people that you did name drop and everything, now you're on your knees begging for them to come on your show. Right? That's why it's so funny you want to talk about people being cowards. You're the one who sneak disses. You sneak diss every single fucking day.
I don't want to do that anymore. I'm trying to have conversations, and I'm not going to let people come in here and do that about other creators. And they let you submit questions. You go submit questions to their podcast, support their Patreon, and then
support their Patreon.
Then you could ask him on Twitter, and I bet he'd answer you.
Yeah, Lono, we just over here yapping and laughing, causing harm, dude. I know, bro. Oh, he's such a little baby. Right, and then he follows it up, right? After all that, then he follows it up with this. And this is what it really is, because like I said, we all know that he was a fan of Colin Moriarty, but I might have sold it a little bit short, right? Here's a little bit of sorrow's glaze, right? We're not even going to get into that. But this is where the truth comes out. This is how he really feels. Bro, Lono is literally the quartering, but he's a Sony fanboy, and is a puss. Oh, brother. I'm telling you, we got ourselves a lol cow. That's all I can say, right? There will always be some nonsense to document with this guy.
He jumped to a bio. Banana Joe says most of games media and press hate Colin. Oh, wow. You couldn't give me a better reason to love him.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it seems like you already have your head up his ass, right? Like you could smell when he ate yesterday, right? It seems like you really like him. We know that.
You might as well just put his name out there for me to have a crush on him. Oh, most of the yeah.
Right, all I can say is
all hands on deck.
I mean, holy Lono, are you okay?
Couldn't give me a better reason to love him. You might as well just put his name out there for me to have a crush on him. Oh,
right. You guys are saying
I am gay for the pro.
You're saying that he's gay for that Colin. Yes.
Most of the games media and the press hate Colin. Well, sign me the frick up. I'm his biggest fan now.
Oh yeah. Oh, now. No, you've been his biggest fan. The way that you were defending him just now, you've been his biggest fan.
Put that at the top of his resume. That's a compliment in 2026. Can you say,
Oh, what up, Coffee
say
Don?
that about me? Go start saying that about me. Oh, yo, please. Please go and...
What's Reforge Gaming? I don't know what that is.
I don't know, Lono, right? I mean, he loves to think that like people are just that his name is just being circulated everywhere, right? I mean, I don't know, right? You are fresh beg talent, right? You are somewhat of a fresh locale, but from what I've heard, you've been on some crazy shit, and I've seen clips from back in the Destiny days. You've been on some other shit.
YouTube chats and say that most of the game's media and press hates Reforge Gaming. I'll take that dadgum endorsement every day of
Oh, brother, they don't know who the fuck you are.
the week.
Yeah, we know you would love to be Colin Moriarty, but these like I said, I got the perfect fucking soundbite.
What's Reforge Gaming? I don't know what that is.
Oh, brother, these people don't know who the fuck you are, dog.
I'll take it. You love him? You should. They dislike him because of his politics? His politics?
Uh-oh.
I couldn't even tell you what his politics are. I have no idea.
Yeah, you just know he's a PlayStation fanboy, and that's all that and you're hooked.
Tribal Chief says, you know what, dude? If this is you, just ban me because you're being a real jerk to me. Have a good day. I'm out. Okay.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to come in here and debate and dialogue respectfully. I've not banned you.
I mean, well, obviously not. He asked you a question, and you're just over here being bad faith, right? You won't even answer it.
I haven't. You didn't like getting called on your BS. You know what I mean? Go cool off, and you'll come to the conclusion that I'm right if you're thoughtful.
Yeah, Lono the Logician, because he's never wrong. Yeah, go cool off, and you'll come to the conclusion that I was right, because Lono's always right. And it's just funny because you won't even answer his question.
You know that question was...
All right, Tribal Chief cooking his ass, right? You knew he would defend the guy, but didn't know he was going to crash out over the dude to this level. Right? What a pompous ass. Well, you know, that's just Colin, right?
disrespectful question.
Yeah.
So, go cool off and come back and don't do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do it again, because you're lucky he didn't take you around the corner and break your jaw, right?
I hammer them.
Right? Usually he hammers them.
I've done the same thing to other
Right?
people.
And shout out to AO Chill Clips, right? W's for AO Chill Clips. He says, Lono is never wrong. Xbox is dead. But PlayStation's my anthem, right? Talk that shit. You already know, man. Shout out to you, man. Give me a second. We got to finish this goddamn clip, right? Shout out to AO Chill Clips, man. W's.
I've gut checked people, and I've been like, you're not going to do that here. Well, I guess my producer decided that you're going to get banned. We can unban him.
Yeah. Creature's underneath the desk.
I hammer them.
Right? The same way how you feel about Colin, that's how Creature feels about you. Creature is under that goddamn desk, right? No, got him, right?
We can unban him. Hellfire with 42 months. So what is Moriarty's take on exclusives? Yeah, we can reverse that. Listen, deep down he knows I was right. He knows I was right. It was a bad faith question. You just go cool off.
But you have yet to even say anything. All you did was call him a coward and talk shit. That was it.
Creature says, sorry, you know I love it when they ask. Yeah.
And you see how he's like this? Like, Creature's underneath that desk, goddamn. Sorry, right? I love it when they ask, right? Yeah, Creature loves killing your channel.
I hammer them.
Creature loves getting rid of people who disagree with you and make you look stupid.
He's having a little tantrum. It's fine.
You!
Where is he? Did you...
That's projection, brother. You're the one having a tantrum.
I can't see him anymore. I'm going to unhide him. There we go.
I mean, but hey, one thing I say when I document this, I've been trying to tell you, he is not trying to have a conversation. I tell you guys this all the time. He is just trying to run PlayStation talking.
You sound like a PS5 cheerleader.
I'm telling you, you guys seen earlier in the stream when someone did the quick maths and everything about Game Pass and how much money they made, yada, yada, yada. He didn't want to hear it. He said he didn't want to talk about it, right? That's what he always does whenever he hears shit that does not go with his narrative. Snort? Yeah, there goes the DSP snort. You forgot to mute it, Unc.
Colin Moriarty is a prominent video game journalist and podcaster known for his conservative and libertarian viewpoints, often acting as a contrarian voice within the mainstream games industry. Wait, he's a mix of conservative and libertarian? Man, I didn't know he could get sexier. Wow. I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
And now you guys are really trying to see. This is what I mean. I know that he had his head up Colin Moriarty's ass. I know that, like I said, he's like the Don Quixote. I know that Colin Moriarty pulled all the strings, but like he legitly has a crush on this guy.
In the mainstream games industry. Wait, he's a mix of conservative and libertarian? Man, I didn't know he could get sexier. Yeah. I mean, I already crush a little bit on the man.
Oh, yeah, we know.
I didn't know we lined up on that stuff either. That's amazing.
Oh, brother. I mean, Lono, after all the conversations you've had, you can try and play like, oh, I'm on the conservative, like, brother.
You sound like you are a male feminist.
You got the talking points of a male feminist, right? You and Colin Moriarty, right? I see you guys getting your panties in a bunch over fucking Ghost of Yote, being called woke and everything. Stop it.
I got to get on that dadgum show.
Nope. Not happening.
Right. Well, hopefully he sees your audition, right? Hopefully he sees this and he sees that you're willing to be a cheerleader and that you'll defend his brand, right? That you'll defend his name no matter what, right? I mean, just listen to this shit.
Either. That's amazing. I got to get on that dadgum show.
Yeah. Well, like I said before, hopefully he sees this.
I don't know. I didn't know he's listening to his politics. If he leans libertarian, but he's got a little bit of conservative in his blood, all right. No wonder people.
What the fuck does that even mean? Leans libertarian, but libertarian, but has a little bit of conservative in his blood, right?
You sound like you are a male feminist.
I don't know, Lono.
Sometimes come in here and say, you know, you kind of remind me of him sometimes. I'm like,
This is what I mean. He wants to be Colin Moriarty. You guys probably thought I was being platitudinous and bad faith. I mean, he's just saying the quiet part out loud. I'll play it one more time. God damn it.
Come in here and say, you know, you kind of remind me of him sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah. You run with all his talking points and you're biting off his flow. Right. All you need is the double hoop earrings, right?
I wonder what year he was born. Does anybody know that?
Wow, he wants to see his zodiac. All I can say is,
yeah.
He is literally over here crushing on this guy.
In any case.
Yeah. In any case, right? I mean, crazy shit, right?